If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Let that sink in, guys. Today, I'm going to go through my plan to make millions in crypto. I know it's a very popular phrase. I want to make millions in crypto. I want to be a crypto millionaire. But how many of us actually go that next step and prepare for it? So I'm going to take you through my plan because I'm trying to ensure that, my line to success is as straightforward as possible. And I think having a plan ensures that travel time is as little as possible, if that makes sense, okay? So I want to firstly take you through a very simple sentence that kind of summarizes my outlook on the crypto market. Generally, my outlook is pretty simple, and it's make the most money in the safest possible way by achieving your goals and removing risk whenever necessary. So we're always trying to just simply achieve our goals, and by achieving our goals, and therefore the processes that come along with crypto, staking, dollar cost averaging, earning extra money on degen plays, and reinvesting back into the main portfolio, we're able to bring down how many multiples we need because we're always just trying to chase our goals. Everything stems from this point in time. I'm going to take you through my 4-phase plan to make millions, over 100x in this market. Guys, look, ultimately, whether you scrutinize my plan, whether you agree with it, or whether you're somewhere in between, I don't mind. I'm making this for the people that should hopefully wake them up as to what you need to do in your spare time to ensure you and your family's success. Now, before we jump into my plan here, I do want to say, if you find yourself enjoying this or you learn something new and you're able to take that and run with it, drop a like right now on the video. You don't just help me out in the algorithm, but you also put a smile on my face. So thank you very much. And while you're down there, of course, hit the subscribe button, importantly, so you can achieve all your crypto goals this cycle, because yes, we definitely want to achieve our goals. So to kind of take you through exactly what this looks like, I'm going to show you by a chart. We're going to go right from where we are now to the end of this cycle, to the next bear market and the next bull market. If that bores you, if you're like, well, Kyron, I just want to make my gains this cycle. Fair enough. I'm going to show you that today. I'm going to show you and tell you my plan quickly here. But you have to also have this cycle and the next cycle's plan, I think, taken care of. Because as I said at the very, very beginning on this video, if you fail to plan, you're going to plan to fail. It's literally as simple as that. I mean, I don't know what else I have to really tell the people who aren't waking up to this already. So again, 4 phases. The first phase here is unlocking the possibilities. We can't do anything in life without firstly having a little bit of money to speculate. That's the amazing part of crypto. It affords us the opportunity to make very quick and large amounts of gains, okay? So that's pretty much what we're trying to do in this case. So for me, I'm looking to just 10x. That's all I'm really chasing. And why am I only looking for a 10x? Well, that's all I need to achieve my goals. As I said, everything stems from this point. I need and I want 16 properties at least with 25% down payment. That's 4 million AUD, plus 250 cash just for extra endeavors, and also 250K to reinvest. Now, I did have buying a new 2025 C8 Corvette here. However, the Corvette can come later. I'm just trying to change my life. I've got many years ahead of me. So if you're in the same situation as me, I think right up till you're about 50, 60 maybe, I think you can afford to not get that nice car or that nice X watch or whatever just yet. If you can generate those revenue streams based on this cycle, then you can afford those sort of things. Again, everyone's different. You might have completely different plans. Your definition of happiness is different to mine. That's just one way to look at it, I guess. Now, my total in this case comes to about 4.5 million, of course, simple maths, right? Now, in the US, because we like to work things out in US here, it's about $3 million. But of course, then we have to also factor in tax. This is a massive killer for many portfolios. So all in all, 25% tax, about 5.6 million AUD. So going back to the plan, from this current point in time to the top of the cycle, I'm looking for a 10x, okay? Very, very simple. I take how much I'm looking for and how much I've invested so far, and again, it's a bit over a 10x. So that tells me that my goals aren't too realistic. And if they were a 30x or more, I'd be specifically looking for altcoins to achieve that with higher risk. However, over the course of this period of time, guys, I am looking to dollar cost average as much as possible. And I'm also looking to stake my tokens over the next between 6 to 12 months, depending on how the market looks, to achieve more goals. Personally, I'm staking all my Manta, just one of my coins, earning 33% APY. I'm able to earn about 140,000 US dollars in the next 12 months just from staking one coin. What does that do? And what does dollar cost averaging do? It allows me to pull down my overall multiples required. So if I put more money into the market, I still have the same $4.5 million goal. Okay, it just means that now I'm getting closer to it, dollar cost averaging and staking, which means the multiples come down. I'm not looking for greed. I'm not looking to make the most money. I'm just looking to unlock my possibilities. A simple 10x. Again, if I invest $100,000 tomorrow, if I had that sort of money, okay, this would probably be more like an 8x. I'm just trying to achieve the $4.5 million. And so with this cycle, we're looking for speculation-heavy altcoins. They have to have a strong meme, like unique selling point. They have to be in strong narratives, deep in AI, for example, and they have to have good marketing. If they don't have this, I'm not buying them. Simple as that. I'm not married to my bags. I don't care if it's, curing cancer, supposedly. I am buying what is going to make me the multiples. It is just as plain and simple as that. If a coin I talk about and love isn't going to make me my money, I'm not going to hold it. I'm going to sell it, okay? Next up, phase 2 is waiting. This is very simple. We just wait. Why? Well, from the point in time we sell, whether that's over here or over here, it doesn't bloody matter. We're going to end up waiting and holding until about 2026 before we begin to buy, okay? So we're going to pretty much exit all of our positions and not buy back in until a very important time, and that is actually phase 3. Phase 3 is injection and staking, okay? So basically, we're looking to buy back in from this time till about 2028, maybe possibly 2029, and here's why the next bear market could range that long, okay? First of all, we're going to look to inject about $250K into crypto. Again, that was my plan for the next cycle. This is actually less money than I have invested in the market right now, but that $250K, buying at the right times, which we'll get over here just in momentarily, is going to make me a lot more money than what I've invested in the market so far, okay? Because I've located very important indicators to allow us to know when a good time to buy in the next bear market is. And I'm going to have a high focus on utility and compliant altcoins, also with strong fundamentals. So when I say fundamentals, I'm referring to the same things that I'm buying in these coins in the current cycle. Why am I focusing on those coins, which includes HBAR, ICP, Render, Link, and ASI? Why? It's very simple, guys. Regulation is going to be imposed on the market to some degree sometime soon. So we have to prepare for that and find the coins that are dealing with real companies already looking at being compliant with regulations and regulators. And also, we want to buy utility coins because that ultimately is what's going to dominate the next market, I believe. Speculation coins will still do well. That's why we want to have a nice mix and buy coins like these, not the straight up, highly only specific utility coins, but having a nice blend hedges us into the right direction in any case the market may go. So that's the coins I'm looking to get into, injection in crypto, that is. Also, staking makes a lot of sense as well, okay? So staking at this time when you buy in, buying the coins you can stake and receive some sort of APY on is going to benefit you greatly, especially if you're buying at the start of the next bear market. Again, indicators here momentarily, that will allow you to make tremendous gains. For example, you will find a lot of these coins have 30% APY, and if you stake for 3 years, right, 2026 to 2029, 2027 to 2030, that is doubling your reward on the top side, literally doubling. It is monumental, the gains here. Also, as I said, we're looking to buy property. At least that's my goal, okay? This is the outlook you have to have forecasting what comes next in your personal plan. I will be injecting $4 million into real estate, particularly residential at this point in time. Commercial can come later. $250K or less, again, into each investment. That's, of course, given each property is about $1 million each, which I'm not going to be buying $1 million properties. But again, we look at worst case, we look at overestimating. I could probably hopefully buy 20 plus properties, and interest rates at this point in time should be very low. So I'll lock in long-term rates. But why? Why would I go ahead and say interest rates will be low at some point in the next bear market? Well, this is going to surprise you guys. Is a big, big, big important thing I need you all to listen up to here, especially if you are looking to get back into crypto or any market, including the real estate market in the next bear market. Very important. Listen to this part coming up here soon. So 1,450A, aka the 4-year moving average for the Bitcoin and crypto market, will allow us to know when a good entry point into crypto is. This is what I'll be using to reallocate my 250K. So basically this line here says the last 4 years. Well, what does that look like on a moving average? You can see here in the last cycle just gone, if we listen to this indicator and we bought, once that sort of price came down and settled, we would have been in at optimal times. Each of these green points would have got you in altcoins at fantastic, fantastic opportunities, as well as, of course, Bitcoin. So we don't want to catch a falling knife. We don't want to be buying as it's falling down. We want to wait for it to settle. It will settle at some point, and then we buy. Now, there is a massive catalyst that is likely going to give us even better opportunities to get in the market, sort of like COVID times 10, which is a potential deep recession or depression that is going to come due to the housing market pretty much collapsing here sometime in about 2026 to 2028, sometime between there. Not exactly sure when, but it will happen, okay? Now, we're going to scoop up real estate really, cheaply in this point. So again, we'll be buying properties probably worth $1 million or more today for probably like maybe 800K, 700K, even less maybe. So it's going to be great opportunities for us to get into these, markets. And that's why I'm so confident as to say, these interest rates will be so cheap as well, because typically what happens when the, housing markets crash and therefore the entire economy, global economies start crumbling, is they have to reduce interest rates. And there's a whole reason as to why. I'm currently reading a great book right now. I will introduce you guys to. My dad got me to this book, The Secret Wealth Advantage by Akil Patel. You can read that if you like to. I'm reading it right now myself, and it explains all of this. If you watch Jason Pizzino, he also mentions this as well. And it's a fantastic way to learn about these 18-year cycles. Okay, so we're here right now. We still have this mania to still happen. But again, I think 2025/2026 and somewhere between then and 2029 we'll have this crash, and interest rates will be low. I'll lock them in for as long as possible with all the properties that I do manage to pick up. And you'll find that at each of these crises, right from the top to once we start basically finding a recovery, there always tends to be some sort of new technology that emerges. And this is interesting because we all know that CBDCs are trying to be pushed in by 2030. Also, AGI is expected to be a couple of years away. So I believe that possibly in this next crisis, we'll see AGI and or CBDCs or some other large technology built on the back of these proposed to the world, okay? For example, you can see each of these last tops and bottoms, we've had something come out of it to help the economy, global economy, push forward, okay? Some large scale, change in the way that we run civilization, basically. And I believe that'll come next. If you don't believe me, if you think I'm talking absolute nonsense and crap, I would urge you to read this book, look into this cycle theory, and your mind will be blown, trust me. Now, right now, we're at lavish government spending for public works. Coming up soon here, we'll have the real estate peak, followed by activity slacking, but confidence remaining high. You'll find that markets tend to waver, and then sort of sentiment follows afterwards. Foreclosures and bankruptcies will increase at this point, and on the 18-year mark, again, coming up here very, very soon, stocks will enter a bear market, which is a great way of knowing, of course, that we are in a slump in the real estate market. The real estate market, by the way, does govern what will happen here, and the rest is history. It'll give us amazing opportunities to buy crypto. That's why on the 1,458 moving average into 2026, I'll be very careful to buy, because I'll be pretty much anticipating us to get in really, really dirt cheap down here. If we do have that massive recession, again, even depression, which I believe is on the cards, we do want to hedge into it possibly not happening. Again, anything can happen. It's life. This is, when you look into it, pretty well set in stone at this point. It's been happening for well and truly over 100 years, 200 years at this point in time. But again, we can stake our tokens here just in case anything happens, and at least we're going to get some sort of reward over that time anyway through passive income. Now for me, phase 4 is waiting again, okay? But this time, we're going to be staking as well. So once this all happens, we're buying in quite low. It's going to give us a fantastic opportunity to get those extra yields on some of those coins. As I said, if you stake for 3 years over 30% APY, that's going to literally double the amount of tokens you hold, therefore double the rewards. And because we're buying in so low, not buying up way over here, which I pretty much average looking for my 10x, we can look for a 30x or more. Again, these will go very, very low. So probably even a 40 or 50x on some of these large altcoins. And it's going to be amazing gains. That's where the true unlock will happen for our wealth. So we don't take this all in one massive leap, alrighty? So with staking, as you guys should know from being subscribed to this channel, which is why it's very important you are subscribed, we apply crypto and traditional financial logic to this industry to make you the most wealthy possibly can be in the most non-financially advised kind of way. So with staking, you do two things. One, be safer, right? Because you're acquiring more tokens. You're able to sell at a lower price because all you're trying to do, again, is achieve your goals. So if your goal is $100,000, if you stake in this example over here, 40% APY over 12 months, you'll have 400 more tokens on your top of your 1,000 tokens you started with, which means you can sell at $70 rather than $99 and still achieve the same revenue target. Okay, so you're actually 22% cheaper and safer. Again, we're just trying to be safe and also have the highest gains on this channel. Or you can just do the other way, which is stay at the same sell level you initially set back, way back over here, and just make more money. In the same example, you'd make $40,000 more on top of your $100,000, which is, of course, 40% more gains on top of your original estimation, which is just huge. So that's what we're doing at this point in time from, whenever the next cycle kick starts, up until when we decide to sell. Of course, setting those sell levels realistically is also very important. And that will kind of conclude my give or take 6 to 7 year plan. So let me know what you think about this video down below. What is your plan? I want to know. I read the comments. I might not respond to everyone, but I do read them. So I want to know what's cooking in your house and what you have planned for the next 5-6 years. Take good care, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.